everyone. Today I have these little eyeshadow palettes from LA Colors. I picked these up at my local Dollar General store. They are called the LA Colors Eye-Dorable palettes. And each of these has how many shadows? 12 eyeshadows. They were only $1 each, so I picked up one of each. My Dollar General had 4 of them. I don't know if there are more shade selections out there, but we had 4, so I got one of each, and I've already swatched all of these, so as I talk about each one of them, I will insert a photo of the swatches I did of each palette. So let's start out with this one right here called Moody Hues, and this one right here is mostly gray tones. As you can see, there's a lot of gray in here. There's a bit of white, and there is a black shade. My favorite shade that is in this one is this shade right here. It's almost a burgundy type of color. As you can see, it's like almost a brownish burgundy. It does have sparkle to it. You do have to build these up a bit. They do have fallout. Some of them more than others. To me, it seems like the lighter shades have more fallout than the darker shades, but I'm okay with that. They all feel really soft and smooth. None of them really feel hard or difficult to get out. There's a good mix of matte and shimmer shades. It differs from each one of how many matte and shimmer shades, but this one's pretty nice. I don't know how much I'll use this one right here because I don't usually wear a lot of gray tones, but I will definitely be wearing this one right here. And the black color that's in here is pretty good as well. Okay, are we ready for the next one? This one right here is called Flower Field, and it's one of my favorites. So, let's open it up. This one is definitely more of the pink tone palette. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of pinks, some browns in it. It's really, really pretty. I have noticed, though, between the 4 of these, all of them do seem to share, like, a white shade, which is good, I think. So, if you definitely will have that. Some of them are shimmer. I think one of them is, like, more of a ivory instead of a white. But anyway, oops. Anyway, this one right here is definitely the pink one of the group. You get a few tones of pink. Although, one of the things that I've noticed with this one, which shade was it? I think it's, yeah, this one right here is a bit, it's not as soft as the other. It's a bit harder and more difficult to, get out of there. I'm not sure why, but it is. It's just how that one is. But the other ones in here seem to be really soft and smooth. There is fallout with this palette as well, but that doesn't really bother me too much. So once again, this one is called Flower Field. Okay. The next one that I swatched is called Sugar Rush, and it's definitely the nude one of the bunch. This is the one I'll probably get the most use out of, just because these are the shades I wear most often. As you can see, it's got a good mix of nudes in here. It's got some mattes and some shimmers. Let's see, what shade do I really like in this one? This right here is probably the one I like the most in this palette. It's like it's almost like the one in that other palette, like that reddish tone, but it doesn't have as much brown in it. That one right there. It's very soft. It felt very smooth. It went on well. This is the one, instead of having a white shade, it has more of an ivory tone, which is a good goes good with these other shades in here. This one I know I'm going to use the most just because these are the type of colors I reach for most often. The third, or the fourth one rather, is called Twilight Violet, and this one is probably the most disappointing out of the bunch, and I will explain why. Here's the close-up of it. It's got a lot of really pretty shades in it, but it seemed like this top row, the light shades, weren't as well pigmented as the lighter shades in some of those other palettes. Like, even the one that had a lot of the light pink shades was more pigmented than this one. Like, for example, this light pinky shade right here. It's not as soft as the others, and the pigmentation is just not that good. Like, you can't really even see that, and I don't know, it's very sheer, very not there, really. And this one right here, I really was hoping would be really pretty and pigmented. It is really soft, but I don't know, just not what I was hoping. I was hoping for like a really nice lilac shade, but it just kind of disappears when you go to blend it out, which isn't what I was looking for. So the top row of the Twilight Violet is kind of lackluster. It's not as pigmented as I would have hoped, but the bottom row is actually really good. Like this first shade right here is really pretty. That to me is a nice shade. It blends out to a lighter shade, but you can definitely build it up. That is a really nice purple, I think. So this one is the one that's a bit disappointing, but the other ones are really nice. This one, I wouldn't say to totally write it off. I'm just saying that the really light shades aren't all that great. But if you don't really care about those light shades and you just want those dark shades, then I'd say go for it. But for $1, I definitely think these little 12-pan eyeshadows were worth it. My favorite two would be the flower-filled one, which is the pink one, and this one called Sugar Rush, which is like the brown nudes of the bunch. Overall, like I said, they're decent shadows. They're not like the most amazing eyeshadows I've ever used in my life. I wouldn't say that, but they're not the worst either. There's definitely some hits and misses. There is fallout. There's a few across the four of them that are a bit hard to get some color out of. But overall, I think they're pretty nice. They swatched well. I haven't had a chance to wear them on my eyes yet. But from what I've seen in the swatches, I'm hoping they do well. LA Colors, their shadows are like any other brand. I think they can be hit or miss. So really, I mean, I was up for trying them. They're $1 each, so why not? I got mine at Dollar General, but LA Colors is available at Family Dollar as well. I haven't seen these there yet, but they might be, and of course on their website. So definitely check these out if you're looking for some really inexpensive eyeshadow palettes and want to play with some colors. So that's all I have for you guys this time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much and have a wonderful day. Bye!